Last month, French brand YEMA released a new Superman Skin Diver, and it's inspired by, no, not that guy, by the Superman, the first French dive watch to reach depths of over 300 meters. The original Superman holds a unique place in horological history of one of France's most iconic timepieces. YEMA skin divers go back to the mid-1940s, but the Superman was first introduced in 1963, and it was originally developed for professional divers and military personnel, including the French Air Force. What set the Superman apart was YEMA's innovative bezel locking mechanism, a patented system using a small clamp to secure the bezel in place, preventing it from rotating accidentally during a dive. This clever feature soon became a hallmark of the model, offering functional practicality as well as a distinctive design. Throughout the 1960s and 70s, YEMA's skin divers gained popularity, not only in France but internationally, becoming a trusted companion for adventurers and underwater explorers. With water resistance of up to 300 meters and robust build quality, these were a serious tool watch at a time when recreational diving was really taking off. Now, over the decades, YEMA has released several versions of the Superman Skin Diver, but in this latest incarnation, which it's calling the Skin Diver CMM20, well, it's taken that functionality and practicality of the original and that vintage design language, but it's given this watch a thoroughly modern twist. It has a 39.5mm stainless steel case and bracelet, with a double-domed sapphire crystal that really helps to give it that vintage look. The dial design is also faithful to the original, with the distinctive frame numerals and broad handset. There's a choice of 3 colorways: this champagne gold, burgundy or black, each of which has a fine vertical brush effect to the dial, and the dial color is carried through to the sapphire crystal bezel insert. The most obvious difference between this newer iteration and the ones that have gone before is that the bezel clamp has gone in favor of a cleaner and more modern, but no less effective, push-lock design. To rotate the bezel, you simply push down as you rotate it, and as soon as it's released, it's locked in the new position. It works exceptionally well, but it does have one small drawback, but we'll come to that later. Flip this watch over and you'll also see why this new Skin Diver CMM20 is a big step forward. You see, this one is powered by YEMA's proprietary micro-rotor movement. This thing is impressive, both to behold and in terms of its spec. The highly decorated bridges and main plates, which are manufactured in-house, are coated black, and they contrast with that brushed silver micro-rotor. And this large sapphire crystal on the caseback allows you to see that movement in all its glory. It has a 70-hour power reserve and a stated accuracy of -3 to +7 seconds a day. Now that's not far off cost standards. And it's a thin movement with a thickness of just 3.7mm. Finally, the bracelet on this YEMA has these really interesting fish scale links, and what it sacrifices in articulation, it more than makes up for in the way it looks. Now, I did say that there was one drawback to this new Superman Skin Diver. It's kryptonite, you could say. While that movement is thin, the watch isn't. I mean, sure, the mid-case is very slim at just 5mm, but that bezel lock system needs a certain amount of travel, and so the overall thickness of the case and the bezel is 11.5mm. Then you've got that double-domed sapphire crystal, which adds a further 2.2mm, and so the overall thickness becomes 13.7. Now that's not the thickest watch that I've reviewed, and it's only a whisker thicker than my Tudor Black Bay Pro, but you do notice that thickness when it's on the wrist. But I guess this is a tool dive watch, so it can be forgiven if it doesn't quite slip neatly under a shirt cuff. And at the price, which if you're here in the UK is just under £2,250, well, if you're looking for a vintage-inspired diver, maybe a Longines Legend or an Oris Diver 65, then I think this YEMA is definitely to be considered.